Hey, in this video I just want to go over why Google and search engine optimization has worked better than Facebook marketing. So I'm going to go through a list of some of the marketing tactics I've used in my business. For those that don't know, I'm a business plan writer. I also own a laundromat. I also own 20-something apartments, commercial storefronts, some real estate. I sell coins and banknotes and collectibles on NickyNice.com. But for the most part, I'm a business plan writer, consultant. I put together pitch decks, and I'm going to tell you some of the tactics I've used. I've used Craigslist. I've used Facebook. I've used Twitter. I've used LinkedIn. I use YouTube. What else? Email marketing. Search engine optimization. If you type in Connecticut business plan writer, my website comes up #1. If you type in New York business plan writer, my website comes up on the first page, and I'm working towards coming up #1 on a lot of different pages. But every time I have a client, I've had over 1,000 clients for business consulting. I went to business school, went to law school, so I've learned a thing or two, and that in trying out my own businesses and consulting over 1,000 clients, I've learned a thing or two. And most of my clients come in and they want to talk about Facebook marketing. They've heard about it. They're on it all the time. And I'm going to give you the biggest caveat that I have for any kind of social media marketing. So Google AdWords, Craigslist, even YouTube searches or search engine optimization are generally going to work better than your social media marketing like Facebook, like Twitter. And this is simply because one is intent-based and one is non-intent-based. Meaning, when somebody searches you on Google AdWords, they search business plan writer, their intent is to hire a business plan writer. When I shove an ad in front of somebody on Facebook or Twitter, their intent may not be to hire a business plan writer, right? They may just be there, stalking their friends and doing what they're doing on Facebook, but they don't necessarily need my service. Unlike when they go on Craigslist and they type in writer, right? Business writer. There's an intention behind that search. So historically, what's worked better for me is the Google AdWords, Craigslist, and even YouTube. YouTube is interesting because it works really well with search engine optimization. So for example, if you're trying to come up as a business plan writer, if I type in my first 10 videos I made on YouTube were how to write a business plan, right? And now Google shows them in search. So even if I didn't show up in search, natural search, now YouTube gets plugged into the search, and it's easier to dominate videos in certain keywords with certain keywords than it is for website rankings, right? So I'm gonna give you the top things that work for me, just right off the bat. #1, Craigslist worked great for me. After that, Google AdWords was the second best thing that worked for me. After that, there's a tie between YouTube and search engine optimization. So search engine optimization, I started really early. 2012, I started optimizing my website. So I started reaping rewards really the year after. I wasn't trying to dominate keywords like business or planning. Instead, I was trying to dominate long-tail keywords like business plan writing or business plan writing in Connecticut. And this was easier to come up #1 on. So those things land at 3 and 4 on my list. And then after that comes a non-intent based marketing. Your Facebook, your Twitter, even your brand recognition like a logo. Now, one thing I did realize that works really well on Facebook, and this may not be the case for everybody, but this just happened to be the case with some of the test trials I had with my companies and my company clients. The paid ads didn't work as well as boosted posts, which also didn't work as well as organic engagement and stories, believe it or not. So my analysis of this is that most people go on Facebook to relax, unwind. They don't want to get bombarded with ads. It's not natural. So it's almost better to share your post in groups that are targeted towards your potential audience. It's almost better to boost your posts and have timely, relevant posts. And if you can do that, usually the engagement is a little bit better. And for some reason, it works better. This has worked for me better, and it's worked for my clients better. I don't know. If you have a different story, share it on the comments section. I'd love to hear it. But really, in this video, I wanted to get across why those things work better than social. And it's really because there's an intention behind the search before someone goes and searches it, right? So if you're putting together YouTube videos and you're selling market research or painting services, and he says painting services in Ohio, you could see why someone who's searching for painting services in Ohio is a better prospect than a random person on Twitter or LinkedIn that just happens to see your ad, right? This as well, I was shoved in the middle of that marketing list, that 5 list. It really goes Craigslist, Google AdWords, and then my email list. My email list, if you target an email list, if you have a list of people that you potentially think can buy something, like for example, for me, it's attorneys and accountants. Attorneys and accountants constantly run into clients that need business plans. So when I target them, if I'm consistent, and I target them once a week, once every 2 weeks for the course of the year, usually I'll get some kind of referral off of that, and that works well too. But just wanted to share that tip with you. I hope you guys are well. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you like it or don't like it. Comment underneath. Any questions in the comment section, I will answer eventually in a video. And I hope you're having a happy, healthy, productive 2021. Make it great, guys.